Right, hi there. Welcome to a new video. And today we're looking at a video made by CB Smallwood called "Make Great Comic Book Layouts." So, in this video, CB says that the language of sequential storytelling, a panel can be one of the following, and he lists them, and they are close-up, medium shot, long shot, bird's eye view, and obviously a worm's eye view, silhouette. Um, and as he points out, that's really more of an artistic or stylistic choice than an actual uh, angle or shot selection, and what CB is terming the semi-close-up. So let's have a look. This is the frame. This is one of the examples that CB put up on his video, um, and he sort of identified the different panels that's following. So if you can see my mouse pointer, here we have the medium shot at the top of the page, with a close-up here, a worm's eye view. This is a semi-close-up, and then we have a medium shot. Now, a medium shot is defined by seeing head to toe, but hang on a sec. That's a medium shot, and that's a medium shot. But take a look how much environment we're seeing. We're seeing most of the office. We can see the books on the bookcase. There's the flag in the foreground, which I believe is the Israeli flag. We see a massive, massive desk. This angle poise lamp, huge computer, big desk chair. There's some knickknacks and things in the foreground. We're getting an idea. This is an office. It's a military office. She's in military sort of uniform, or at least khaki. It's dark. It's nighttime. She's got the lamp on. You can see it's dark out the window. The blinds are down slightly. Uh, so let's look at this shot. We can see a bit of a doorway, and we can see a bit of an arm. We can see some of the environment, but you wouldn't know there was a chair anywhere because you can't see it. You wouldn't know that the lamp was on because you can't see the lamp. The lamp's over here somewhere. So I think this is an establishing shot, and I think this is a wide or a long shot. Essentially, we're showing more of the environment. Why is that important? The well, the establishing shot tells us stuff. It tells us where we are, what time it is, like the time of day, but also what point in history are we in? Are we in the future? Are we in the past? Are we uh, primordial soup? Are we sort of a week last Tuesday? Who's there? How many people are in that shot? Um, if you think back to that last panel, the wide medium shot, we know there's two people. In that first established shot, we know there's only one person in that room because we can see almost the entire office, unless he's hiding under the desk, right? And much of this information is given to us by the environment, as I've just demonstrated, right? Okay, take a look at this image, right? Where is it? Where is this person? Do we know? Do we have any idea? Not really, because all we can see is the face and a tiny little sliver of what could be background. But if we pull back, we can see that he's just stood in the street. There's a wall with a bit of a bush and a house, and there's a road. As we move the camera from long to close-up, we remove more information from the background and we give it to the foreground. Okay, Western time. Westerns are great for this sort of thing. So here we have wide shot, really long shot. We can see the two characters, they're facing off. It's a quick draw. It's a high noon, high stakes scenario. We know we're in the Midwest. We know we're in the Old West. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, Old West Cowboys time, because we've got a saloon with a saloon door. We've got this bank. We've got these buildings with flat roofs that people could be hiding behind. Now we move into the action. We can actually see the standoff. And what we've got here is actually called a two-shot, and we've got Clint Eastwood standing face off against our guy in the foreground, but we don't see the bank anymore. We don't see these buildings. We don't see this boardwalk or even much of that boardwalk. We're just seeing this stuff, and as we go even closer, we're just seeing the face. So we're losing all of this information. We're getting more information here. So when we change a scene, we need an establishing shot. So if, for example, in that previous example, if we go back, if we then want to show the reaction of the saloon owner here, then we need an establishing shot, and so we need to then reframe it to look at this building, the saloon, or even an interior shot of the saloon with the guy behind the bar, sort of ducked down, you know. So I think that when we talk in comics, we can talk about scenes, i.e., something's happening in a certain place, but even in that place, we might move from to different locations, and we need to establish that we're moving. Otherwise, the reader won't know. So let's take this scene. This is another scene. Takes place a couple of pages after the first example of our first example. So that's an establishing shot. We've established that we've left the office. We're now in the building itself. It's long. It's long. It's a long shot. We're seeing more of the environment, less of the character. They're heading towards the lift. The lifts look massive, by the way. But heading there, she's flanked by these two security guard types. Okay. So the next shot, established shot, is this one. They've left the building. They're outside and they're heading towards a car. And you can just about make them out there. They're surrounded by this massive buildings, very monolithic, very square, very rectangular. We've got the security barrier here, and then we've got the car. We're not seeing much of the people, we're seeing much more of the environment. And in our last example, they're getting into the car. And you can see the car is taking up the majority of the frame. The people you're seeing like a head and an arm, or a head and a hand. We know that there's a driver. She's got a face. We can see her face, and she has two hands. The first security guard's gotten in. This character's getting in next, and then the first security guard will be sitting the other side. So she'll be trapped between two security guys. So these are our establishing shots. We're establishing a different location every time. So I forget the name of the artist. So I'm just going to say the artist had to make some decisions about the shot that follows it, and he has. He's gone from this shot to now. CB would probably call this a semi close up, but this is really a mid shot or a cowboy shot. They call it. You know, get just a bit of the upper torso and the body. So we're going in a bit closer, and we're going in a bit closer again here in this next shot. We can see that she's small in the frame. The security guards now seem massive compared to her, and the door are closing in on her. It's very much the wall. It's very much like in Star Wars, that the walls are closing in and the and then we hit this close up of the lift doors closing. Now we don't know if the cameras move forward and we're just looking at this, the doors closing here, but it's a smaller frame as well. So those are the panels that the artists have had to sort of add alternate shots in to sort of give more meaning. These red panels, these establishing shots, they need to be there so that you know by the end of that page that she's getting into a car. Okay, so in conclusion, I think CB's rules work, but I think if your approach to that, mixing your shot up, is just picking one at random, I don't think it's going to necessarily service the story. It seems like in a lot of cases, you establish a shot is wide, and you effectively are moving closer and closer to the subject matter throughout the sequence, the page, or the number of panels. Obviously, you can pull back. Obviously, you can concentrate on very small details, like a very extreme close-up of the eyes, for example, or a hand on a glass, and then pull back to like maybe a two-shot or an over-the-shoulder shot. Well, what we're not doing is constantly going to that wide shot all the time in the same page, unless we want to show that we've changed locations. Someone's now walked across the room and is stood in front of a window, that sort of thing. So yeah, I think it's right. I think the definition of semi close-up it's not very descriptive, because for me a close-up is sort of like chest and head, right? What he's describing as a semi close-up is basically a medium shot. and then you have a sort of a wider or longer shot, which is a full body, so you could maybe call that a full shot. And then you get this long shot, which is the whole environment, essentially our establishing shot. I think the series video was very interesting, and I think it's really good video, and I encourage you all to watch it. And it certainly got me thinking about how we name our shots, how we decide on what shot to use, and how we tell or make sure that the reader's not confused with continuity. So I want to revisit this subject again in the future, but probably not this week. We've got lots on. Space Crashes nearly finished, and the cover's nearly done, and that'll go off probably over the weekend, and I'll probably get the prints back, say maybe the 10th or mid May, which is it's pretty good. So I'm quite happy about that. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. And take care, everyone. All right. See you later. Bye now.